This is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Always good to have Steve with Nomad RVs back on the channel. Today he's going to give us an updated tour on the Nomad RVs Euphoria XL. This is the queen bed model, and this thing's cool inside and out. So join us for the tour.
Patrick, appreciate you coming back and having me on the channel. This is going to be the Euphoria XLQ, Q being the floor plan, so there's our queen bed. Can't wait to show everybody this. We're going to start on the outside, jump into the inside, but let's get right into it. So again, this is a direct to consumer sale. So this has chosen no graphics. Dealer stuff will have a graphics package, but this is what the customer wanted. You got running boards to get inside. We'll talk about our different super singles, but this is the super single that's up front here, or rather there's a different change from a small 30-inch to a bigger 33. We open up the wheel wells and add an auxiliary shock. Wrapping around the front, everything you're going to see in this build is standard except for two things, one of them being the triple R grow lights. So that's an option. And then we added rock lights. You'll see one down there when you look at the skid plate. So there's 8 of those. There's one front, back, side, and all 4 wheel wells. Other than that, everything you see is standard from us. So the Flatline Vanco bumper, it's full width, 12,000 pound winch. The skid plate we just showed, those amber Bajas up front, the Factor 55 flat link up there, flat link XL, actually. You know, that's all standard on this. Again, we don't change the suspension up front, but we do have an auxiliary shock added and then factory strut. So someone could do, you know, rally struts from another third party if they wanted to, or if they want to beef it up a little bit more. You can see, we'll jump inside later, but you can kind of see that Furrion. We'll show the camera in the back, but that's the display there. It's a digital rear view camera, or digital rear view mirror. Basically, it's always on. You can turn it off. That's your backup camera itself. So looking down this driver's side, you're going to have a 31-gallon gray tank. Has a heater pad underneath. The switch is in the back. We will show that as well. There's a quick normal T-handle to drain it. There's that other midship rock light there. Looking back in the wheel well, this is what I mentioned before about super singles. So maybe we'll show all the chassis on the other side. We take off the dualies, that way you can air down. They don't have to worry about dualies touching each other. Nothing's getting stuck between them. We have the larger tire, so it's 33 inches. And then you're gonna have, you know, this is the Van Compass 4.3. Suspension, so complete leaf replacement, and then auxiliary adjustable shocks front and rear. Lockable gravity fill, it's going to 50 gallons of fresh water. Your smart plug, even though we'll talk about power later, it has a ton of power, including 1,080 watts of solar on the roof. Lockable storage, so you can lock both handles. Let me jump onto this side. So you have light on the other side. We're on the driver's side, so that's gonna have an outdoor shower, both hot and cold. A way to see what's happening, whether you're at your fresh tank, your gray tank while you're showering, or filling up your fresh as well. That there is the switch, it auto regulates. So that is the gray tank heater pad. Again, it's gonna, you know, turn off if it's cold, turn off if it's warm enough. We use that for cold weather camping. Sizing in here, 32 inches wide, 36 inches tall, and 82 from me to that back wall over there, or the opposite door rather. You have everything here is standard that you see in here, so the tie downs, the long ridge, you know, florid stuff. The newer hex ply we're doing up here, which is super awesome, so it has the thin membrane there as well to keep everything nice and safe. But tie your gear down, tons of space. We've seen customers put stuff on the back wall. One guy I think put a molly panel here, which is pretty cool. So there's ways to kind of tune it to yourself once you have it and make it a little more custom to you. But we'll jump around to the back. So you're gonna have the spare. That is a dual drill, dual surface spare. So it says spare, it's very much a spare. The way it is facing now is the front. This surface would flip around and be for the back wheel itself. So you get a situation, switch out your tire, then, you know, get it fixed, put the spare back where it goes. Your hitch there, 7-pin. I don't know if it was on, I think it was on the twin bin when we did it, Patrick, but this is the flush mount lights. So we're doing those. That goes to a trigger system. We got a little fan behind us. We'll try to get out of this area. I don't know if it's too loud or not for you guys. But you have your Furrion, so that's the camera we spoke about. You can do up to 3 additional cameras you can add, so that's pretty cool as well. You've seen this on pretty much all our builds for I don't even know how many years now, but the Flatline Vanco box. You have storage up here. You drop this down. You have a way to bring that all the way down, put heavier items inside. This part goes in here, clicks in. Now you have a workstation. That's what I call my outdoor shower, actually. Even though it's, you know, outdoor shower. It's terrible. Outdoor kitchen. So I'm gonna put my grill on here. I'm gonna cook. Molly panel here for spices. I put my stuff here. and do what I got to do to cook. But again, it's just storage you don't want inside. That's why you see the gray tank hose and all that fun stuff in there. Lights here, super cool. So that's your reverse, blinkers and brake lights. So they're just kind of blend in. We wanted to not be those obnoxious RV, like just giant red lights. So we wanted to blend in, pretty cool. We'll put the camera quickly under here. We're a little tight spot, but this is your actual heater bay here, or the heater vent. You have an outlet. If you option the compressor, that would be here as well for the second quick connect. Then you're gonna have passive, another light. And again, you can actually attach things here, attach things to the walls. It's anything you want to do to just hold your gear. While we're over here and squished, it's because we're next to our panels. Here's just kind of a behind the scenes sneak on the channel that we never showed on Patrick's before. These are floors. I think these are some ceilings and some wall panels. But the floors are 2 inches, the walls are 1 5/8 inches. So overall you have about an R10 or so envelope there. We've never really shown our extrusions before behind the scenes. Maybe we'll do that one day on Patrick's channel, but 2 pieces extrusions. You have interior and exterior, so no thermal transfer on those. You can see we're using the turn windows. It's their modern or their flat look they call them now. Those are dual pane and as well. Acrylics are nice and light. Aqua Hot is mounted right up in here. So that's the actual burner for it. So this is the exhaust for it. Everything else Aqua Hot wise, it's inside. I'll keep the burner out nice and safe. 14-foot Girard awning. You have a light across there. When it opens, that light comes all the way out. This awning comes out about 8 feet. So it is a massive awning for a rig like this, so it's pretty cool. We'll run down on the roof real quick. So I mentioned 1,080 watts of solar, so there's 6 panels up and down. Starlink is standard, so it goes Starlink, the AC, an entry gland, and then a max air fan. Before we go in, we'll take a peek at the steps themselves. So these are from Torque Lift. We just love them. They're manual. They always work. There is no issues. You can lower this a little bit to adjust it. You can lower those and do what you got to do depending on how you parked, just so it's always firm. And now you're stepping on the ground, so the whole rig isn't shaky. If you see those like automatic steps that have that gap, then when you step on it, the whole rig kind of moves. So that's gonna be nice for going in and out, while you're camping itself and someone else is inside. Turn door as well. What we call a catch-all bin. Everyone talks about it, say it's a garbage can. We don't use it for that. I use it for my catch-all. It's like my junk drawer per se. Blinds, you'll see the blinds on the inside. That's on this because this is the only window that does not open, but still dual pane. We're gonna let the camera walk in, so we'll start the fridge and kind of just work our way all the way around. So that's our NovaCool 6800. You have fridge, you have freezer. Excuse me, so plenty of food storage. You can tell I'm a bigger guy, I live to eat, so I wanted a big fridge. It was important to me. Also going to keep you out and about much longer. You have a door above. A lot of people we're finding out are using this for like a linen closet because behind me is the wet bath shower, so we'll talk about that. So great spot for towels and stuff. Below that is a drawer. Super deep, goes all the way out. There is a little bit of different on this front area. So this customer chose to have a bigger opening. So you might have seen on my channel, the custom van we did a big opening here, had nothing up here up front. So normally this would be kicked in about almost an inch on each side and a rolled down thermal curtain. This customer just wanted something different, more space, so that's what they did. The passenger seat pretty much always can be inclusive, with this extra wall kind of missing. You can almost fit 2 people up here if you wanted to hang out, but the passenger is kind of always there. You can see our trigger shooter. That's the switches there, so he has a 4. Everything is there, so it's the Bajas in front and back, his rock lights, and his triple R grill lights. But everything else is just the best in class features from Mercedes at all times. And then that Furrion camera we've talked about, that's always on. Up above, you have storage, fairly deep to the left, still pretty deep to the right, so it's full width. What you're seeing there is just the thermal blackout shades for the windows. Those come with it, even with the curtain. In case you don't want to use the curtain, this is his only option, is to use those up there. Going on to our wet bath. So we threw the porta potty in there. So that's a cassette toilet that actually lives under here in that strapped area. Got to clean that out. Just paid him to. But that's where that goes. When you want to use the bathroom, when you're traveling, strap it under the sink, or when you're showering, take it out. I think even Patrick used this diverter in one of his videos on his Airstream, but you set the temperature on the right side and then you just have it on off. You don't have to worry about mixing anymore. It does it for you. So we always tell people, even though you have 50 gallons of fresh, you're going to want to do more, to stay out longer military type showers. You kind of get yourself wet, turn it off, soap up, turn it back on, but you're not remixing hot and cold. It's already set, it's already done, so it's pretty sweet. And then you're going to have a full-length mirror that you're looking at us in, or at least me. That's going to be great for your wives, girlfriends, or yourself. Not only the shower door. So when you're showering, this is how you are. That door is open, this door is closed, you're showering. You have a little space here. If you get out and it's still super hot in there while the fan's on, exhausting out, this was closed, you still have all venting through here. It's gonna get all your humidity out of your rig. So you don't have to worry about any of that. Moving on. Convection microwave / air fryer, quite large, pretty sweet. Obviously there's a customer's picking this up later this week, so it's brand new, everything's in there. You're gonna have, again, this is the XL, so you've seen our regular Euphoria video on Patrick's channel. Maybe it was just a prototype. I don't know if we did an updated one on your channel. We'll do an updated Euphoria, 144 wheelbase on his channel soon. So this is the XL, is exactly 30 inches bigger. So when you're doing a queen bed, it is 42 inches on the bench, so that's 12 inches larger. And then you add 18 inches front and back. We're gonna close this door while the guy with the forklift makes too much noise for us. But, so, again, 30 inches, so you have 12 here, 18 here. So the two cabinets we add are these two. So they're going to be drawer on top. You're going to see your induction cooktop, cook on either side. So you got drawers, and then you got large door on both sides. So that's going to be for your, your bulk storage, your air fryers, you have one up there if you want to use one outside. For my wife, she's bringing espresso makers, tea kettles, all that fun stuff. But still have your 3 drawers. Still have, I know we showed it before, but under the sink, you're going to store your porta potty there. You're going to have plenty of room for chemicals and cleaning supplies and things like that. Large sink, pull down faucet. It's a lot bigger. You've seen us change that in the past. I don't know if we showed on his channel, but yeah, we'll do an update on the small rig too. Soap dispenser, a little pump there. Still always our ratcheting paper towel holder. You can see the windows we spoke about, but again, when this being so much bigger, you can tell it's just massive space for food prep, massive space for cooking itself. But your actual blind, or rather your bug screen and blind on your rigs here. So on all your windows, the awning out. This is a small one, so it only goes out a couple notches. The larger ones go out a little bit further, but you're gonna have cross breeze. And if it wasn't so loud outside, we would do it. Start glistening soon. It's a little spicy in here. Pretty decent day, warmed up. These cabinets from here back, and again, I'm kind of referring back to that original video. These are all the normal ones. I'm trying to tell you what's bigger is this one here. So that's your other 30 inches. So you have an extra 30-inch cabinet on both sides. When we get to the Passion, you'll see that as well. A lot of people ask, you can hear when I close it, you can hear, like, this is, it's solid. We sound deadening in here. We go through and we, felt carpet line the bottoms. It's not tingy, noisy, and even though it's all aluminum. So people are like, oh, it's not gonna be loud. It is not. What's loud is everything you put inside it. Once you start filling these drawers and things start clanking together, that's what's usually a little bit more loud. And just turn your tunes up. You're going to have fun anyway. Cedar ceiling. That's gonna, it's 1/4 inch thick. It's great for humidity. It's basically an outdoor type of, wood finish. So super awesome up there. It gives us, to us, a prettier look instead of having a white ceiling like you would see normally. Right above my head, 48-volt air conditioner. So this is actually net zero. Obviously during the day when the sun's out. When we had customers send us pictures that they're getting more so. They're actually having this at full blast and charging the rig. So that was pretty cool to have them send over to us. 3-inch memory foam cushions here. This one has Sombrella fabric. We do marine vinyl as well. This table has a couple knobs underneath. So knob, loosen those, drop this table down, bring the bottom cushions in, the back cushions down. You're gonna have a 42-inch by 74-inch bed, so that's 6'2". So you're fitting an adult easily, 2 children, but if you have some, or a buddy you're going fishing with, you're up there, he's down here, you can take them. No issues there. On the driver's side, you have full storage. So you have, again, another massive storage area. On my side, there is 0 storage because you have, I think I just opened it to see it, the fuse panel there. You have a cozy on the other side, so that's your Midsection, we'll talk about that as well. That's all your fuses and breakers. Queen bed in the back. You're going to have your night lights above there. Windows front and inside, so your head side on the passenger, the rear, for more cross ventilation. Memory foam mattress, it's queen, so it's 60 by 80, and the walls you have 82 inches between them. Frley system underneath that, so that's your spring system. It contours to you, airflow for no mold and stuff like that. And then you have quick access to underneath if you ever need be. So that's going to have your 15 kilowatt hour battery bank, your wake speed for your secondary alternator charger, all your Victron components, your Starlink and all that fun stuff. But if you ever need to work on this, I mean, it's quite easy. Replace the fuse if something happened, master switch if you ever need to turn the system off. All that's right here. And then you can see some of the venting as well that we spoke about. And then the actual cozies, what they look like back in that corner. Looking at the passenger side, you're going to have, again, that larger countertop space here that we kind of spoke about. So it's 18 inches larger. So again, a huge prep space. You're going to have our normal 42 inch. We added that, again, 30 inches above there too. So you have a ton of cabinet space all the way around, you know, on both sides. So tons here, tons behind me. I mean, this one's really packing a lot of gear in here. You have your Victron screen there. So that's going to show you everything that's happening as far as your water, your fresh tank levels, stuff going in and out. You can see we're full, so 54.4 is full, you know, at resting. So the solar, you're only saying 43 watts, 44 watts. That's only because it's just kind of keeping it topped off because we're using a little bit of power with the sun, with the lights. Otherwise, it doesn't even bring solar in. It's just keeping it, floating it at 100%. Aqua hot, you can see what I was talking about. It's a little spicy in here, so it's about 90 degrees inside this rig right now. You can turn these on and off all separately. That's your hot water. That's your continuous hot water, so it's tankless. And that is also your heat. So it's, again, 3 zones. You have a front zone, a mid zone, and a rear bay. Starlink switch, turn that on and off. We swapped that to the 12 volt. You have your 120 DC stuff. Main switches here for showers, bathroom rather, and the main lights. And then your awning. So in, out, on, off, all your LEDs, all that fun stuff is there. I'm going to run down the systems real fast. 15 kilowatt hour battery bank, 50 gallon fresh, 31 gallon gray, 1,080 watts of solar, Victron components past that, 3,000 watt inverter. All our stuff is on our website spec wise. I know this was potentially a quick, fast, walkthrough. Any questions, we'd love to answer them in the comments. We'd love hearing from you guys. Any questions you have, you can always reach out to us, Nomad_RVs on Instagram or our website. We love being on Passion's channel. You guys have great feedback, and you guys, generally speaking, love the rigs, so that's pretty cool. Pricing is through a dealer. The XLs, we call them our get out there pricing, is $292, $815 or $860. I have to double check, but that is our get out there pricing. So you have MSRP. It's discounted, so they get out their pricing. That's what you see from the dealers. Anything past that and any dealer fees, obviously talk to your dealer directly.